After hours of tinkering, experimenting, and overall just grinding, it's time to reveal the best, most consistent win slot strategy of all time.
Is the Ace of Vegas, the Ace of Vegas.
Hey guys, Ace of Vegas here, and today I have a special treat for you. I think I've finally discovered the greatest, most powerful win slot strategy of all time. And no, this isn't a clickbait title. I really do have the numbers to back it up, and I'd really like to share those with you guys right now. So the name of the strategy is the Hong Bao Hyper Bonus strategy. Now, I read about this in the Win Slots Gifts Guides and Giveaways group, and there are plenty of variations on the strategy, but my personal favorite is from a member by the name of Kai. I'll get into his exact strategy later, but basically his strategy hinges around the scratchers that we talked about in our initial video, as well as the Hong Bao Hyper Bonus game and Joker's Wheel. So as you guys already know, Joker's Wheel is the 3-reel slot that's already pretty consistent and has a pretty strong payback. Well, what makes Hong Bao so special? Well, Hong Bao is another pretty good game with a pretty good bet line there that's relatively consistent. It'll either shred you or it'll make you rich if you play under normal circumstances. But there's an additional circumstance you can play under. This is called the Hyper Bonus mode. It's very similar to the Win Slots battle mode that we've done in the past, and a very similar strategy to that too. But the difference is, instead of playing head to head with somebody and the winner keeping the spoils, you keep whatever you pull out of the machine, so it makes it a little more interesting. So whether you spend more chips buying the Hyper Bonus or win an obtuse amount of chips, you get to keep those, and in addition, you also get to keep the gems that you earn just for playing. So Kai explains the cornerstone of his strategy is to risk the minimum and collect the maximum, and only play if it contributes to a scratch your objective or helps you place in a tournament. And most importantly, you're supposed to ignore your gem rate. Comparing your luck with peers is only going to make you envious. At first, I wasn't too sure about this since it seemed like a lot of basic advice, but I decided to go ahead and read on and see what he really thought. He breaks down his strategy into 3 distinct categories. Number 1, bankrolls of 0 to 3 million. At this point, you're broke. Your goal is to collect chests, auto spin at Joker 7 at 9,000 and try to get lucky. The whole point of that is to make sure you get enough chips to actually qualify for a Hong Bao Hyper Bonus. Once your bankroll is above 3 million but under 30 million, you want to auto spin Joker 7 at 9,000, or you can also play Hong Bao Hyper Bonus at 3,020,000 and try to get lucky there. You won't always win, but when you do, the wins are pretty big. And most importantly, when you bust a bankroll of over 30 million, you can play Hong Bao Hyper Bonus at 30,200,000. You don't want to risk any bigger bets until you're at 1 billion, but this is definitely going to be the strongest way to do it. So we thought we'd go ahead and try the strategy and just see what kind of payback percentage we got. I was initially surprised at how well things went. We started at 112,216,783 chips, with a gem total of a measly 2,935. And then, as we went through the game, we attempted 50 different auto bonus spins. That included 8 free spins at about 46,000 apiece, with the sum total of 124,497,183 chips in our bankroll at the end of 50 spins, and a gem total of 2,962. So we increased our gem total by 27, as well as our bankroll by 12,280,400 chips, which doesn't seem like a lot, but in the course of half an hour, that was an 8.13% profit, or 108% payback, which is actually pretty intense for a slot game, and it was consistent too, in a very short period of time. I suspected if I did 100 of those, it would be pretty intense too, but I decided to go ahead and try out the 30 millions, and the first 30 million actually got me over 58 million chips, and the second one got 28 million chips, meaning that we had a pretty massive profit. It also contributed to 3 scratcher events that we were able to collect, putting us at over 170 million at the end of a 40-minute session, which is actually some of the best luck I've ever had in Wynn slots. Given the results, I definitely say that Kai is worthy of shout out. Now, there are other players in the Wynn slots tips and tricks group that have been doing this, but Kai's strategy really stuck out to me. CompsGuy did have another viewer that submitted a strategy to him, and he also had a modified version of the strategy on his channel that I invite you to go ahead and check out in the description box below as well. But if you really like to play Wynn slots and you're looking for a very strong, a very consistent strategy to win gems easily and quickly, the Hongbao Hyper Bonus strategy is probably one of the strongest of all time. And that's all the time we have today, Spinners and Sharks. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you enjoyed today's content, I invite you to click the like button, and if you'd like to hear from me again, click on that subscribe button if you haven't already. Next time, we'll go ahead and come up with some more advanced Wynn strategies to help you stay in the chips and get you over to the Wynn Hotel a whole lot faster. Until then, Ace of Vegas is signing out. Strong hands and happy spinning, you guys.
Thank you.